Hey y'all, what's up? This is Cody West, and what I want to talk about today is I have 11 steps to help you get more Facebook views. Okay, and doing it this way is going to pack your Facebook Live videos, because what happened to me is I started out, I had zero audience, I had zero people watching my Facebook Lives, and just within about a month and a half, I started getting from 250 to 300 video views per video, right? And this is based on what I did right and what I did wrong. So what I did is I put everything in a list, and basically I'm going to take everything I'm right and what I could have done better, and I have it in this list. Okay. So number one, you need to know who your audience is. You can't just speak to anybody and everybody. One of the biggest problems is I see people, especially on their regular profile, is they just go on and start talking to everybody, right? And they don't continue to build their audience. So, you have your friends from high school, your mom and your dad, your sister, your family, all that stuff, and that's the only people they talk to. Their circle never gets bigger, right? And what happens is they end up talking to about maybe 40 or 50 people every time they do a video. You have the same people commenting. And if you're trying to sell stuff, you might make like $100. That's usually what happens. People make, $100 or $200 a month, and it just stays the same. So you want to know who your audience is. And I'll give you a couple of examples. So if you're in weight loss, you need to go to weight loss groups and find those people. If you're in travel, you need to go to travel groups. You need to go to travel pages, ads you see about travel, stuff like that, and start adding those people to your audience. So one thing I do, and when I go to ads, and let's just pretend it's a travel ad, is you start going to these travel Facebook pages, right? And you can kind of train Facebook to show you those kind of ads and nothing else. Because what happens is when you go to them, they start retargeting you, right? So then all you have to do is go to the comments and start adding those people. And then now you become their source of information on travel, right? You do the same thing for weight loss. Same thing, it don't matter what it is, right? So do that. Know who your audience is and start building it. So number two, come up with catchy headlines. I see a lot of people, they don't even have a headline. And the headline, this is your first point, your first place that you're going to find that you could catch somebody and they're going to say, oh, I want to watch that, right? But if you don't have a headline, there's no reason to watch. You could be talking about anything. So why would anybody stop and view your video, right? So I'll give you a couple of examples of headlines. How to do X without X, right? How to lose 10 pounds without going to the gym. You want to get a little bit deeper, you could add a time limit too. How to lose 10 pounds without going to the gym in the next 2 weeks. Something like that. You always want to be catchy on the headlines. I know it might sound kind of clickbaity, but that's how it works. And that's how you catch people's attention. And then in the video, you want to back that claim up, right? So another one, my wife sells makeup. So when we're talking about your audience, you want to talk about like what the problem that they're having, right? You don't want to just talk about the makeup. You want to talk about what the problem is. So let me give you a couple more examples, then we'll talk about that. So with makeup, how to put, I don't know anything about makeup, but how to put eyeliner on without poking yourself in the eye. How to get eyeliner off your eyes before you go to bed. Stuff like that, right? How to, just any kind of how-to, interviews, stuff like that. And when you do an interview, you want to talk about, you don't want to just put like interview with Jason. I used to do that. It didn't get a lot of people to it. But what was Jason's life like? Whoever you're interviewing, what was their life like before? I interviewed one girl. She used to work at a hair salon, and she just wants something different in her life. So the title to my video, instead of saying interview with this person, the title to my video was ex hair salon worker goes full-time in network marketing. This is how, right? And I got a lot of, I think I got over like 500 views on that just because of the headline, right? And then the content was good too, but see what I'm saying? So number three, when you're talking to your audience, don't worry about the product. Your product, it really don't even matter. What matters is that the problem that it can solve. So for example, we're talking about weight loss again. What problem does the weight loss solve? I know people want to lose weight, but why do they want to lose weight? They want to lose weight because maybe they have kids or grandkids and they want to be able to run around the yard with them, but they can't because they get exhausted easy. So you want to talk about that problem. You don't want to talk about your weight loss. Makeup. Again, my wife sells makeup. You want to talk about what's the problem that it solves. Maybe there's some woman who her husband don't look at her the same as he used to. Maybe your makeup could save that marriage because you're going to start looking at her in a different way, right? That's the problem you need to be worried about. You don't need to be worried. Nobody cares about the makeup. You can buy makeup anywhere. You could go to Walmart and buy, weight loss formulas and stuff like that. But you want to tell stories about how your product transformed somebody's life. That's how you get people to watch your videos. That's how you get people to buy from you. Stuff like that, right? So when you're doing a video, this is number 4. When you do a video, you don't want to be talking. You don't want to be waiting for people to get on your Facebook Lives. I know you've seen it before. You get on Facebook Live, and somebody goes like the whole first minute of video. We're waiting on people to get on, and then they have about 6 people on. All right, let's go ahead and get started. You don't want to do that because it's been proven that people have a short attention span, shorter than a goldfish. Right? Goldfish have 9 seconds. They're saying people have 5 or 7 seconds, something like that. Either way, it's shorter than a goldfish. So you have to catch people's attention, and you have to keep their attention. So if we have 5 to second attention span, if you're waiting over a minute to get people on your video, people are just going to drop right off. That's what happens. So you go ahead and start talking. And the truth about it is that your audience, you might have 6 or 7 people on the video to begin with anyway, and then after that is when people start watching it. So after you get off the video, you might have had a total of 6 or 7 people that watched it, but give it a day or two, you might have 200 or 300, right? So that part don't even matter. So the people that come on next, after the video, they don't want to stick around a minute or 2 before they ever start getting any kind of content. Go ahead and get to the point, right? Number 5, you always want to be asking questions. Ask your audience questions. You want them to engage. You get paid, not paid, but you get rewarded based on engagement. If your videos get a lot of engagement, Facebook's going to send it out to more people. They're going to show it to more people. If it don't get engagement, they're going to think that people don't want to watch your stuff, and they're not going to send it out to more people. They want people to stay on the platform. They want people to be engaged. So if you can create that engagement, then they're going to reward you for it. So ask people questions. And another thing you can do, if you ask people questions and they comment, go ahead and reply to them on the video. But then if you wait a day later, come and comment, it's going to refresh your whole video and it's going to show it to more people. So if you don't comment right away, comment a day later, right? I know it might sound kind of, people are going to be like, hey, don't ever comment on my videos right away. But at least you comment on them. And people like to be, they like that conversation. Because you basically, when you do Facebook videos, Facebook Lives and stuff like that, start getting a lot of views, people start to see you as a little mini celebrity, right? So they like for you to comment back to them. So if you come back a day later, it's going to refresh it, it's going to boost it out even more people, and you're going to get rewarded for that engagement. So do that. What are we on? Number 5, I think, maybe 6. So just a minute ago we were talking about getting people to comment and talking, replying to them a day later. When you do your next video, go all the way to the bottom. After you do your next video, go all the way to the bottom of your first video, and then add the video to the bottom, because all those people that commented, what's going to happen now is they're going to see that you did a new video. So if you put a link to it, they're going to go to the new video. So let's say you had, just pretend 20 people on the first video that commented. What's going to happen is you put your link down at the bottom, you have 20 more people that now have the ability to show up, and they might not have seen it before. So it's going to snowball, is basically what's going to happen, and you're going to start getting more and more views that way, right? So make sure you put the comment to the new video on the old video. Hope that makes sense. Oh yeah, don't add links to your videos. Facebook people, they're kind of, we kind of warmed up to the links. We kind of know that if we see a link in a video, we just assume that we're going to be sold something, or even a link at all, because it looks spammy. We just assume that we're going to be sold something. So don't add links to your videos. What you could do is kind of like I talked about before, is you could comment on, tell people to comment if they want to see this product. And if they do, after the video, leave a link to it, because all those people that commented, they said they wanted it, they're going to see the link and be able to go to it. Another thing you could do, which reminds me, go to the MLMmachine.com. If you get less than 5 signups per week in your business, the MLMmachine.com. Go check that out. Another thing you could do is go to, you can register a domain. Like my name is Cody West, so CodyWest.com. So in the video, I could tell people, go to CodyWest.com if you want to check out this product. And that way I don't have a link in it. I'm not putting links out. I'm not looking spammy at all. I'm just saying, if you want to go to it, go to this website.com, and it's going to forward. It's real easy. Forward it to whatever the link is, and then that's straight what it goes to. Okay, so you need to distribute your videos, and think about TV. The way distribution works. Your TV, whatever you're watching, is the content, right? And you have ads. Because you always, if you're doing Facebook Lives, you need to be selling stuff, because if not, there's really no purpose to doing the Facebook Lives unless you just want to talk to people. But think about TV. They have the content, and people enjoy watching the content, then they give us an ad. People don't mind watching the ads because it's, kind of wrapped up in content. So you want to do the same thing to your videos, right? You want to distribute it to where it needs to go. So for example, if you're in weight loss, you need to figure out, if you can't put it in weight loss groups, you get the people out of the weight loss groups, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But if you can, put it in places that people that you want to be your audience. Put it in those places for people to see it. I hope that makes sense. So for example, if you're doing weight loss, any kind of weight loss group on Facebook, I'm in network marketing, I'm going to distribute this video out to network marketing groups, because that's the people that I want to see it. I don't want people in weight loss seeing it. I don't want people in home cooking or anything like that, because it don't make sense for those people to see it, right? Create a schedule. You always want to create a schedule. For example, if you do your videos Tuesday and Thursday at 6 o'clock p.m., that way you're kind of training people to know you're going to be there at 6 o'clock. There's a girl, Tanya Eliza. Every day, I want to say it's 9 o'clock, I might be wrong, maybe it's 7. Every Tuesday, at that time, she goes live. She sends a message to her list and says, I'm going live. But we know every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, she's going live. So it's kind of like when you're watching TV, whatever program is going to be on at the time, to be ready for it, because it's coming on. Same thing. That person coming on, they're sharing content, and you're going to be sold something, right? Because that's what happens. But it's okay, because of the content. So what you want is for people to be ready to see you live, because when they do, and do it consistently. If you're going to do 2 times a week, do it the same 2 times every week, right? So make that schedule. One thing you can do, and I learned this from Frank Kern, talk about 3 different things all the time. You don't want to talk about anything different. So for me, it's marketing, mindset, and productivity. That's the only 3 things I talk about. I don't talk about anything else, because people come to start to know you for whatever you're going to talk about. If you're going to talk about anything different, it starts getting weird to people, because that's not what you're talking about before. And not only that, because if you stay in those 3 lanes, then it's easy to come up with content. All you have to do, I could go to a mindset group on Facebook, a couple of them. I could go to productivity groups on Facebook, and I could go to marketing groups on Facebook. And all I have to do is look at the questions, and I have content for the next time I want to make videos. But if you don't have those things, then it's real hard to figure out what kind of content, because you don't even know where to look, right? So just talk about those 3 things all the time, okay? We already talked about that one. Always be adding people to your audience. That's what we were talking about a couple minutes ago. Always be adding people to your audience. So if you're in weight loss, you want to go to weight loss groups, weight loss ads and stuff like that, and add those people as friends. And what I like to do, you can only add like so many people per hour on Facebook before they start to see you as, you're kind of spamming people. So what I like to do is take 15 minutes a day, well, not a day, but in a little 15 minutes increments, and add 20 people as friends, and follow about 20 people. right? A lot of those people, they're going to start being your friends, and a lot of them, some of them are going to follow you back. But what you're doing is you're building your audience, and if you do this every day, multiple times a day, 15 minutes, 100 people, 100 friends, 100 people you want to follow. After a while, you're going to start to build up a pretty big audience list. And if you keep doing your videos. So what happens is, like, let's say you do it over the course of like 4 months. Let's just pretend you have 500 friends now. What you're going to do is you're going to end up with about 1,800 friends. I don't know the exact math because it's different for everybody. But now these friends are targeted. These people are the people you want to watch your videos instead of just anybody and everybody. So always be adding to your audience. And another trick you could use is, let's say you're in a weight loss group and somebody asks a question like, what happens if I do this or that? You make a video about their question and then add them as a friend, because then the first thing they see on your profile is the video about the question they just asked, and it's like you read their mind. That works, I promise you, because I've had people say that you read my mind, and that's the trick that I was using. Okay, so I hope that helps. That's 11 ways to get more Facebook live video views. And if you have a problem, if you need help, if you're getting less than 5 signups per week in your network marketing business, the MLMmachine.com. Go there, check that out. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. I'll be sure to help you out.